Snow Golem. Snow golems take constant fire damage in hot biomes like deserts, jungles, and another, where temperatures exceed 1.0 on Minecraft's temperature scale. They also melt when standing in water or rain, taking 1 damage every 0.05 seconds. With only 8 health points total, snow golems die in about 0.4 seconds when exposed to these conditions. The melting mechanic applies to any biome with a temperature above 1.0, including all desert variants, jungle biomes, the nether, and some savanna areas. Standing water, flowing water, rain, and cauldrons all trigger damage. A fire resistance potion can completely prevent this damage for about 6 minutes, allowing snow golems to survive indefinitely in the nether. Players have used this to create nether snow golem farms, though maintaining constant fire resistance effects makes this impractical. Parrots. Feeding a parrot a single cookie kills it instantly due to chocolate toxicity, with no damage animation or delay. Mojang deliberately programmed this mechanic to mirror real-world biology, where chocolate contains theobromine that is poisonous to birds. The death is completely unavoidable once the cookie is fed. No healing, regeneration effects, or interventions can save a poisoned parrot. This makes cookies one of the few items that can instantly kill a mob without combat mechanics. Endermites. Endermites suffocate when standing on soul sand due to their extremely small hitbox dimensions. The soul sand's unique collision properties cause endermites to sink just enough to trigger continuous suffocation damage. Unlike other mobs that can escape by jumping, endermites lack the height or movement capabilities to extract themselves once embedded. Soul sand valleys in the nether become natural endermite death traps, though endermites rarely spawn there naturally. Wolves. Wild wolves avoid llamas with strength levels 4 or 5, maintaining distance due to these llamas' spit damage. The fear response only triggers for high-strength llamas. Wolves actively pathfind away from dangerous llamas rather than simply ignoring them. Tamed wolves don't exhibit this behavior. Players can exploit this by using strong llamas as natural wolf deterrents. I don't know about you, but I can never have enough dogs. Let me know if you'd ever use this to keep dogs away in the comments below. Bees. Bees take damage from the wither effect when attempting to collect pollen from wither roses. The damage begins during their pollination animation and continues until they complete the action or die. Bees don't learn from this experience and will repeatedly attempt to pollinate wither roses. The behavior creates natural bee-free zones around wither skeleton farms or areas with decorative wither roses. Players must carefully consider wither rose placement if they have any bee farms. Ghasts. Ghast fireballs can be deflected back using any melee attack, sword swing, or empty hand punch. A direct hit from their own reflected fireball instantly kills the ghast regardless of current health. The deflection works by reversing the fireball's trajectory and ownership. Players can also deflect using fishing rods or snowballs, though melee deflection is most reliable. Multiple ghasts can be eliminated with a single deflection if their fireballs cluster together, and reflected fireball explosions can damage nearby ghasts. Slimes. Slimes completely ignore lava in their pathfinding algorithm, treating lava pools as normal traversable terrain. They hop directly in and burn instantly, with larger slimes splitting into smaller variants that also immediately burn. The behavior affects all slime sizes equally and suggests their AI prioritizes direct pathfinding over caution like most other mobs. Cave systems with exposed lava become natural slime eliminators, as spawning slimes quickly remove themselves from existence. Piglins. Idle piglins actively avoid soul fire torches, soul lanterns, and soul campfires within an 8-block horizontal radius. When hostile, piglins ignore soul firelighting but will continue avoiding zombified piglins and zoglins. The avoidance extends to all soul fire variants, including naturally generated soul fire in soul sand valleys. Piglins will take longer routes to avoid soul fire, even when chasing gold items. Creepers. Creepers flee from cats and ocelots when either feline comes within 6 blocks, using Euclidean distance calculation. They retreat until approximately 6 blocks away, maintaining this distance unless already in their ignition sequence. The fear response overrides most other behaviors, including player pursuit. Multiple cats create overlapping fear zones that effectively block creepers out of entire areas. Players have developed cat-based defense systems with careful positioning, creating areas protected from a horrendous hissing jump scare that always happens at the wrong time. Zombie Villagers. A splash potion of weakness followed by a golden apple gradually converts zombie villagers back to normal villagers over 2 to 5 minutes. The weakness potion must be applied first, and the golden apple fed while the weakness effect remains active. The process creates distinctive red particle effects and unique sounds. During curing, zombie villagers become passive. Cured villagers retain their profession and offer permanent trading discounts to the player who cured them. Undead mobs. Skeletons, zombies, and drowned burn continuously when exposed to direct sunlight, taking fire damage every tick until finding shade, dying, or equipping head armor. Helmets of any type provide complete protection from burning. The sunlight burning begins at sunrise and affects mobs under open sky with light level 15. While skeletons and zombies can survive sunlight by standing all day awkwardly in one block of water, drowned can survive indefinitely completely underwater while they wait for night. Blazes. Snowballs deal 3 damage per hit to blazes while dealing 0 damage to almost every other mob. It takes exactly 7 snowball hits to kill a blaze, with 20 health points. Splash water bottles deal 1 damage per hit, and rain deals 1 damage every 10 ticks when blazes reach the overworld. The snowball interaction creates an accessible ranged weapon against one of the more dangerous nether mobs. Striders. Striders take damage when touched by water, rain, or splash water bottles despite being comfortable walking on molten lava. The damage is immediate and continuous while in contact with water sources. Striders actively avoid water blocks when pathfinding and will shiver while taking rain damage. The water vulnerability strictly limits Strider transportation to the Nether's lava lakes, maintaining boats and other transportation methods' relevance in the overworld. Phantoms. Phantoms avoid cats within a 16-block radius, even when actively targeting sleep-deprived players. The avoidance behavior overrides hunting instincts, creating safe zones around cats that players can use to avoid going insane by phantom attacks. The 16-block radius is significantly larger than most mob interaction ranges, making cats extremely effective phantom deterrents. Multiple cats can create overlapping protection zones covering entire base areas, effectively undoing the travesty that was the 2017 mob vote. Cats positioned on rooftops or elevated platforms provide maximum phantom protection. Worried pandas. Pandas with the worried personality trait become visibly agitated during thunderstorms, shaking and hiding their face in their paws. During storms, they exhibit faster, more erratic movement and produce distressed sounds while seeking shelter under trees or player-built structures. The behavior persists throughout storm duration and stops when weather clears. Worried pandas are also the rarest personality variant, so it is likely many players have never seen the afraid panda animation before. Chicken jockeys. Chicken jockeys suffocate in 1-block height gaps due to their combined hitbox height exceeding standard mob clearance. Unlike baby zombies that can navigate low spaces, chicken jockeys have extra height that is not accounted for in their collisions, but that is accounted for in suffocation. Suffocation damage begins immediately in insufficient vertical clearance and continues until the baby zombie dies, or the chicken leaves the confined space. Baby sea turtles. Ocelots, wolves, and foxes all actively hunt baby sea turtles during their vulnerable journey from nests to ocean safety. Baby sea turtles have minimal health and no defensive capabilities, rendering them helpless against predators that are nearby when they hatch. Protecting them requires constant player intervention, with torches, fences, and direct combat useful in protecting them. Some players may consider constructing predator-proof pathways to ensure their turtles make it to the ocean safely. Enderman. Water damages Enderman continuously, with rain causing 1 damage every half second. Constant rainfall can kill an Enderman in approximately 20 seconds given their 40 health points. When exposed to water or rain, Endermen teleport frantically until finding shelter under caves, trees, or overhead protection. The teleportation becomes increasingly desperate as they take damage, creating chaotic movement patterns. Water bucket attacks exploit this weakness directly, causing immediate damage and forced teleportation that can disrupt the fight with an Enderman. Hoglins. Hoglins flee when within 7 blocks of warped fungus, even when planted in decorative pots. They also avoid active nether portals and respawn anchors, these items possibly emitting energy that disturbs them. Hoglins become agitated at exactly 7 blocks and flee until reaching 8 or more blocks away from these sources. Fungus placement could create permanent Hoglin-free zones if you would like your nether experience to be a little more hassle-free. Or players can carry warped fungus as emergency Hoglin repellent instead of fighting. Ender Dragon. Beds explode with tremendous force when right-clicked in the end dimension, dealing up to 25 damage to nearby entities, including the Ender Dragon. The explosion occurs instantly with no delay, making beds function as powerful weapons against the final boss of Minecraft. Speedrunners in particular use bed explosions as the fastest way to defeat the dragon, requiring fewer resources and allowing for faster speedrun times. While beds are highly effective, players must carefully manage positioning to avoid self-damage.